Yep, I'm ready.
All right. So in our last session, you had gotten a mission from Tamerley Tamerville about clearing out the menace of the fishery that was stealing a large quantity of fish. You descended into the basement, found that the eastern wall was broken open by crude instruments and claw marks, and had descended deeper into the caverns that go beneath the town. You encountered a giant spider, nearly managed to sneak your way past it
Should be.
before the last person tripped over one of the webs. You then doused your torch and proceeded towards a room with a blue glow. Upon entering the room, you noticed that there were coffins, determined that there were things that were unlive inside those coffins, and attempted to keep them locked shut. After a harrowing battle, you managed to overcome a series of skeletons and zombies and have finished patching up your wounds. You have yet to explore this room. Right, any
Now,
questions?
I don't remember that anything came out of the central sarcophagus.
No, nothing came out of the central sarcophagus.
So could still be a bogey in there.
Yep. And
I feel like
and there is also a blue flame torch that is burning over the central sarcophagus.
Can I go inspect the blue flame torch?
Certainly. Are you running detect magic?
Um, it's a cantrip for me, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, I'll use detect magic. I think we already said there was magic in the room, but I'll detect magic and then I'll go just actually do like, get up close to it and is it hot? What's it made out of? Can it be removed from the wall? Does it look like it's doing anything else? It's just kind of stuff.
All
Yeah,
right.
and if you remove it from the wall, does that trigger
Yeah, that's my big concern
the
is
next thing?
is identifying like how it's connected to the wall and if taking it because a blue torch is neat, if it's going to do anything.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I want to pick up my dagger, put my maul away, grab my rapier, kind of get my weapon sorted. But also just kind of can I peek into the where the undead came out of and just kind of see what's in there?
Okay.
They came out of the different coffins, yes?
Yep. The ones along the
So,
sides.
Yeah, so I'll look in the coffins.
so we could look at those. Also, can I spend a minute to collect arrows?
Yes.
I would like to open the central sarcophagi.
All right. And Briar, what are you doing?
I'd like to go look around the one that I was sitting on previously.
Okay. All right. So we have Augie examining the torch, Javid collecting arrows, Azrael looking around the outskirts with Briar, and Snow examining the central sarcophagus.
I
And
would
when
like
when
to
when I
try to.
notice that Snow is examining it, I'm going to knock an arrow because as soon as he opens it, I fully expect horrors to pour forth.
I'm
Okay.
gonna like search around it, looking at like how it's built and whatnot, and if we can ascertain anything, can I use my architecture lore for it,
Uh,
like for the room and whatnot? There's a description.
Yes. Yes, you can. All right, and Augie, go ahead and roll a perception check for me and an arcana check.
Do you want me to roll it to secret?
The arcana check secret, perception check is okay being open.
It's a blind GM roll, is what it would call for me, right?
Yep.
Ooh, question mark. That's not a good sign.
The perception public, right?
Yep. All right. So examining the torch, you see that it's just other than its blue flame, it looks like a normal torch. It's just sitting in a sconce. It's not giving off any heat of any kind. It has a magical aura, and the magical aura is what you would expect from something akin to a continual flame spell.
Well, everyone, I think this is simply a torch that is likely to last a considerable amount of time, potentially forever. That seems useful to me, so I intend on taking it. Does anyone have any question?
And you check to see if pulling it out would unleash that hell.
I did.
Yeah, can I run an occult check to see if, I think him pulling out the torch will, unleash some terrible, terrible thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a secret occult check.
I love how every time you say secret, the music gets really foreboding.
I rolled.
And just from a mechanical standpoint, are these arcane or mundane trap checks?
So if there was an arcane trap, the person doing the examining, so in this case Snow, he would be able to determine if it was potentially magical, but in and of itself, it wouldn't show up with detect magic unless you had a certain level of actually no, it wouldn't ever show up with detect magic if it was a magical hidden trap.
Wait, are we still
Yeah,
talking about the
but
torch, or are we talking about the sarcophagus?
Technically both.
the
I was referring to the sarcophagus, but it would apply to
Oh, okay.
both. But Augie did not notice any like wires or anything attached to the torch or anything like that. It looks like a normal
Okay.
torch in a sconce hanging on a wall that just happens to be a magical torch. All right, Azriel, for your occultism check, yeah, you don't have you don't recall anything as far as like torches being symbolic of undead or anything like that to disturb them or anything like that.
All right, then yeah, I'll just let him take the torch.
All right.
We should probably, now that there's no threat in here, light an actual torch just in case that thing extinguishes or something.
Oh, I can see. Don't worry.
But
I take the torch out of the sconce.
yeah, I thought he said it was an ever-burning torch.
Yeah, but it's magic, and we found it in a
Oh.
tomb here, so we don't know if it's connected to something.
Snow doesn't know that, but Doggy says it's ever burning.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
Augie's a
it's
totally trustable guy.
Did I ascertain
uh,
anything about the sarcophagus?
So based on your role, you've seen or you've read about this type of civilization before. Prior to kind of the modern day civilization here, there was an ancient kind of civilization prior to. You, based on the markings on the sarcophagus, this seems to be like a military general's sarcophagus. Um, you are aware that they're usually buried with ornamentation.
Oh yeah, I'm pushing the lid off this thing. Are they like sealed shut? Would I know that, or like any particular thing holding them together, or is it just would it be a simple or sarcophagus?
Simple sarcophagus. It doesn't seem overly sealed, so you might need some assistance to push it open, but it should be a rather simple fare for you. And Liam, I added the ever burning torch to Augie's inventory.
Did Briar and I see anything when we were looking at the coffins?
So as you were examining the outskirts, you noticed that the coffins were kind of broken open when the undead bust out of them. Other than the undead that left them, there doesn't appear to be anything there. Unlike the one in the center, this is just simple wood. So, so it's kind of rotten away with age, which allowed them to just easily break free. Augie, are you equipping that torch?
Yeah, I'll put away. I think I already put away the other torch, but I'll equip the ever burning torch and then hold it.
Hey Briar, can you give me a hand with this?
I don't want ghosts. So.
It's not going to be a ghost. I've studied this architecture thoroughly. We'll be okay.
Or a level 1 town.
But did you see the undead come out of the other ones?
Yeah, they're here to prevent us from grave robbing this, but they're dead now, so
How about
we
I
can
give you
rob away.
emotional support from over here? You can do it.
And then Javid, you're able to find 50% of the arrows that you shot in the last combat.
And I would like to search the room, seeking meticulously for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on.
All right. Go ahead and roll a secret perception check.
I like that our inventories have soap.
Very
Speak for yourself.
important. I mean, I know Snow doesn't use his, but
I take dust baths.
so both Augie and Snow smell wonderful.
No, I'm just kidding. I have some.
All right. And then Javid, while Snow's attempting to open the central sarcophagus, are you examining the area or are you still standing by at the ready?
I think I'll actually stand by at the ready. There'll be time for searching as soon as I know I'm not going to be dying from a ghost popping out.
Can I hide behind cover?
Sure, you can get some of the broken coffins to kind of hide behind. All right.
Like pick up a lid and use it as a shield.
Yep. Is anyone assisting Snow in pushing open the sarcophagus?
No, That sounds like
It's
It's a
crazy
very bad
idea.
idea, so no.
All right. So Snow getting no assistance. Um,
My thievery tools. Lever it off.
you got a crowbar, I believe. You just pry it open, and that first little bit, you get that air of kind of centuries old stank that you're used to.
Properly
Uh,
aged.
Yep. But once you crack it open, you're able to kind of peek in there. Yeah, there's a dead guy in there, but he doesn't really seem to be moving. So continuing to push it open, you're eventually able to unseat the vast majority of the sarcophagus lid.
Yeah, I'm not gonna flip it off. I'm just gonna open it enough that I can pull stuff out.
All right. Inside, you see a dead body wrapped up in the traditional style with their culture, and on top of the body is a polished shield.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take that out, strap it on my back.
All right.
Search for
I
anything
added
else.
it to your inventory.
Sweet. I'm gonna search around the edges just in case there was anything else.
Go through
Okay.
his pockets.
Yeah, they probably rotted away by now. Just gonna be sitting like I'm gonna be rifling through this corpse, the bones and stuff. Pull this shield out, put it on my back, and like,
Yeah, you see some trinkets and knickknacks, but nothing that really pops up to you as a value other than the shield. The shield, just based on your experience of antiquities and stuff like that, you would say that it's probably worth about 5 gold.
neat.
That seems kind of incongruous, don't you think? Here's this elaborate uh, burial chamber, and nobody's got anything. Is
Well,
I
the
got a
this?
shield.
shield is rather elaborate.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a
Yeah, but
warrior
it's 5 gold
culture,
and not
weapon shield.
500 gold.
Well, it just depends on what the culture valued, right? Many cultures didn't value gold and gems, they valued weapons and armor.
And
You said,
one
to be
thing to
fair,
recall is that Galeron is off of a silver system and not a gold system. So a gold is worth relatively more. So, for example, that's worth 1.5 of, or 2.5 of Briar's great axes. So that shield is relatively extravagant for a simple shield. More of an art piece than for military combat, but could hold up if you were to use it in battle. All right, and Javid,
um,
after you notice that nothing's really springing to action from the central sarcophagus, you begin
Yeah.
looking around for any traps, secret doors, what have you, and you don't notice
Mhm.
anything out of the ordinary in this room.
And can I tell if the room has been looted before? Signs that somebody might have gotten in without triggering the undead and made off with all the grave goods.
Um, Based on what you saw when you first came in here, before the undead burst out of the sarcophagus, they were all intact, and then the central one was sealed, and it looked like it had been sealed for a long time based off of the effects that happened when Snow popped it open.
Okay.
And you were tracking the kobold tracks earlier. You didn't notice any kobold tracks going up into this room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think we've seen enough to satisfy our curiosity. There was a blue glow, and now we know what the blue glow is, and we'll be walking along under the effect of a blue glow from this point. Is that what I understand you to be doing, Augie?
Yes, I just intend to use this this torch now, unless everyone wants me to go back to the other one. And I'll be poking it around.
I like the blue one better.
Might give us a bit of an advantage. Someone sees a blue glow and they don't associate that with adventurers. They'll think that we're will-o'-the-wisps.
Either that, or can slowly or make it look like we're just mushrooms. Since those ones glowed too, right?
And Augie, did when you were looking at that torch, did you figure out that there's a on-off switch?
Nope. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. And I'll
Yes,
say,
if
I mean,
you
we could
say
probably cover it up,
it,
right?
it turns on, and yeah, you can stick a torch inside your backpack.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's not like a real flame, so it won't do anything, right?
and I'll
Yeah,
wander
let's
off
try
down
it
the.
with Augie's backpack.
I'll wander down the passageway and I'll see if I can just like deactivate it.
So it doesn't seem to have any code words, but if you do put it behind something, the light will just pass through whatever it's behind as normal. So if you put it in like a thick burlap sack, light wouldn't get through the sack.
All right, I don't know. I'll put it in my just like the top of my backpack, so it's not illuminating anymore.
All right.
But then how are we going to track? Because I thought we were trying to get the kobold.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't we need...
Augie is the only person
tracking.
who can see in the dark. So as soon as he
Yeah,
puts it in the sack, the rest of you are essentially blinded.
yeah, I'm going to yell out, Augie, we need the light! Just because you can see doesn't mean we can see.
Now,
Does he say anything?
what?
Nope.
Fine, I guess I'll pull out a torch.
No, I'll pull it back out.
Because I'm not moving if I can't see.
All right. So now that you're back at the original T junction, Javid, you see the trail going down to the southwest. What do you all do?
Wait, apparently.
We're gonna follow the tracks. Head off.
All right. So Javid, as you work your way down the cavern, you come to another T junction. To the east of you, you see two stone doors on the other side of kind of a cliff. Not necessarily like a high cliff, but about 10 or so feet. If you had been running past this, you might not have even noticed it, but since you were going carefully and searching as you were coming down, you were able to catch it. So here is where those doors are.
All
And
right,
then
need
the trail for the
light to catch
kobolds
up.
continues to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to see those kobolds? Like, I can see that far in the dark.
Yes, you see some kobolds.
Am I
And
the
you
only one
can-
who can see them? Because I have dark
Yes, you
vision.
are the only one who can see them.
Just letting you guys know, there are kobolds up there. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this.
We should probably kill them.
Or that.
What?
Or that, sure.
I
Are
mean, hey, they're the ones that are eating the fish. We killed them. Job done.
Or we maybe just tell them not to eat the fish?
I mean, do you trust kobolds?
Job also done.
We can ask them why they have to steal the fish. I mean, how long have they been stealing fish? Maybe they have a reason.
Right. And Javid, you can also kind of hear a faint rattling and breaking sound coming from down the hall towards where Augie pointed out the kobolds were.
Breaking sound like glass or breaking sound like skulls?
Wood.
Wood. So like what they're sounding like they're breaking up barrels or something?
Yeah.
All right. So the trail and the kobolds had looked down this direction,
Yep.
and the
Where you're
door
pinging.
where I'm pinging here is the door.
Yep. Stone doors.
Yeah. All right. Kobolds one direction, door another direction. What do you want to do? Look at the door or the kobolds?
Kobolds.
Yeah, we can come back to the door. We'll just make sure that nobody comes through the door behind us.
And then Augie, you can tell based on your vision that the kobolds are turned facing away from you.
All right.
What kind of handles are on these doors? Are they just like loops?
It's just a push door.
Now, we
Okay.
wanted to talk to the kobolds first, right?
I'm okay with that.
Y'all seem to be interested in that, but they are going to die. Like, let's make that clear.
I can be fairly persuasive, I think.
They're kobolds.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they speak
Sure.
languages, right? All right.
Mm.
Well, just so the rest of you beware, I'm gonna turn off the light. Goodbye. I'm a douse.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
And I'll shuffle over to the doorway, like right in front of Javi. And with all the kobolds facing away from me,
Yep, you see that there's 5 of them. And they seem to are you all able to, now that you're closer, hear the sounds of the messing with the grates?
Are we supposed to actually be able to hear things?
Yeah, there's music. I can hear it.
I can hear kobolds making noise.
All right.
So as
Yep.
soon as
There we go.
I'll
I can hear
kind
it
of
now.
turn behind myself, and as soon as everyone else has kind of caught up,
Stopped moving.
yeah, I guess once I can tell everyone has shuffled forward as far as I think they're gonna go in the darkness, I will shout to the kobold.
All right.
And I'll say,
So while you're waiting for everyone to form up, you hear them making noise like they're communicating, but you don't seem to understand their language. To you, it sounds a lot like mech 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 mech. You can kind of get the sense that they're frustrated. However, Snow, you're able to kind of make it out what they're saying, and they're basically trying to get in to a storage room, and they're arguing about how to break open the door or the gate to get in.
I'm gonna whisper ahead. They're trying to break in to steal more stuff. We should just kill them now.
See,
well, why don't you know,
agreed.
hold on now. And I'll whisper this to this party, and we'll find out exactly why they're doing it. If they're just greedy little creatures, then sure, whatever. But if there's something else at play here, then that might be useful to discuss. And then I will turn and I will.
Something pops out and eats them first, and then we saves us having to do it.
As he's saying this, I'm pulling my torch out and preparing to light it.
Why? Trying to sneak up.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not lighting it yet.
Well, I mean, as soon as they.
I mean, how are you going to talk to them if you sneak up to them? Isn't that like a hostile action?
No, I mean, I'm gonna stay like 20 feet away. I'm not going in. I'm gonna yell at them. I can't see what languages I can speak. Oh, there it is. Celestial, Common, Elven, Orcish. That doesn't really help.
They're only speaking kobold.
Do they only speak kobold? Everybody speaks.
Maybe
Common.
Draconic. I don't know.
Everyone speaks
Everybody
common.
speaks common.
Not
That's what we've
everybody.
got in common, right?
You better check your privilege.
Alright. Yeah, I will shout in common to them. Alright, sneaky little kobolds, we've got you surrounded. Nothing needs to happen to you harm-wise, so toss down your weapons and surrender to us and we'll work all this out. And I'm gonna try to intimidate.
All right.
Wow, that is some racial profiling right there.
So what's
Size
everyone
is it?
have in their hands?
A bow.
I have a rapier and a dagger.
All right. So Snow, you didn't have your torch
yeah.
out ready to light,
I have it laying on the ground.
laying on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, just to provide a light source, if need be.
All right. So you essentially have your weapons out, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Ready to go if the negotiations are short.
shortly after you finish your declaration, the kobolds kind of look behind them, see you. They kind of go mech mech mech, and they brandish their spears.
Alright, I want to make an intimidation check.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Make an intimidation check.
I don't need to listen to their language to know that that didn't go well.
But he hasn't done the intimidation yet. Do you wave your arms and go row at them?
I don't think he's
Alright.
very intimidating. Just a feeling.
Come on.
Your
Does
Aristotle.
someone want to light a
shit down
torch
here.
so we
He's-
can
he's
kill
got-
these things?
He's got a magic blue torch. He's going to pop out and scare the bejesus out of him.
I still see a blue torch.
Well, neither do they. That's what's going to be the surprising part.
Right. Go ahead and. Oops. Didn't get Briar. Roll initiative. As they turn and get ready to attack.
Hold on, can I roll my initiative with, like, with my intimidation? Because I was trying to get them to not fight.
All right. Yep. So that was a 10 on your intimidation. I'll just type it in for you.
And it's by plus 17 to initiative.
It's a slightly different game. I lost like all my languages because my in Pathfinder it's based off of int.
That makes sense. The smarter you are, the more languages you can know. Does each kobold roll its initiative separately?
Yes.
Sounds time consuming.
I just hit roll. Roll initiative for NPCs, and it just does it. All right. So right now it's Azrael's turn. It's currently dark, and you cannot see.
So I'm pretty sure I have a lighter or something, or not a lighter, some type of flint, and I heard Snow drop the
Torch.
the torch on the ground. Can I try to light the torch?
Okay.
Like just drop some flint or some flame or something to get it to light up right where the torch is.
She is right next to me. I think she would have known.
Okay.
Yeah,
where
we
I
are
put it.
standing next to each other, so
So in your hands, did you have both your weapons?
yeah, but I can drop a dagger to light.
All right. So
I mean,
free
you're gonna need
action to
a
drop a dagger, an action to draw your flint, and then another action to light the torch.
Yep, so then I have one action left.
Wait,
Once I can see, anyways.
So also, yeah, how do you equip like torches and stuff from your backpack? Do you drag it somewhere?
Yeah, you in your if you go to your character sheet,
I think I
go
accidentally
to
just
the-
dropped it.
you go to the inventory tab.
Yeah, like I'm looking at it, but how do I equip it?
Is it in your
Yep.
inventory?
I think I
There,
accidentally dropped it.
I just lit a torch on myself just so I could see. But there is, if you go into your inventory, there's a thing on the right side. It's a little gray thing, and you just click it, and it equips it.
Got it.
But sorry, I just wanted to see, so I lit it just so I could see.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of cover or something that I could try to duck behind as my third action?
Whoops.
Right now, you just have the two people in front of you.
Okay, can I go behind Snow a little bit, maybe? Where the doors are, just in case those doors open up. I'm just gonna move over here.
Okay.
And then that's my third move, because in case something comes out of those doors, I want to be there. All right, that's my turn.
All right. All right, so the kobold warrior comes charging up to Augie. And attempts to stab you with a spear.
rude.
Indeed.
Right. And that's a hit for for 3 damage.
Alright.
Right, and then the kobold spends an action to celebrate its success. Okay. The other kobold will run forward and attempt to throw a javelin at Javid. All right, and that is a miss. And he'll spend his last action to pull out another spear. Snow, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna step over and aim with that guy.
Right, and I assume that was your device stratagem.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to have it clicked.
All right, go ahead and roll an additional d6. All right, so he'll take 5 damage. He looks badly wounded as your arrow sinks into him.
Then moved once, shot once. I'm gonna shoot again. Ouch. Whoops.
Right, and the arrow just goes wide as you were trying to avoid your companions. All right, Javid, your turn.
All right. I can designate one of these guys as my prey, right? I'm not
Yes.
restricted on doing that limited number of times a day or something.
No,
Alright.
no, it's just an action for you.
Okay. Then targeting the guy staying in front of Augie, I'm going to cast Hunt Prey, and also using my oh, I don't have enough focus points.
You should have one. You haven't used one.
All right. Then targeting my prey, I'm going to fire an arrow. So it's an action to cast Hunt
Yep.
Prey, one to cast Gravity Weapon.
Yep.
One to fire an arrow, which we do.
Got him.
And
All right. As you
great result for all that.
as you begin to kind of hone in on your prey, kind of track him, cast gravity weapon on your bow, giving the arrow some extra oomph as you shoot it. The arrow just flies from your bow, catches the kobold straight center of target, and the kobold goes flying back into the room, dead.
All right.
The other kobolds kind of squeal as they see their ally get impaled by this arrow, and
I warned you to surrender.
All right. And for my last action, can I transfer prey to?
so that was all three
the-
of your actions. Hunter's
I've got
Prey,
3. Right.
spell, and then the shot. But
Right.
you'll be
Okay,
able
I'm
to
done.
reassign Hunter's Prey next round.
Okay.
All right. So one of the kobolds kind of hides behind the wall so that he's out of your line of sight. The other one does similar. And then Briar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna get closer. So I'm way far in the back right now. How much movement do I have? Is it still 30?
You have slightly less. You normally have 20, but remember you have the ability to use sudden charge, so that you would be able to move twice and then hit for 2 actions.
Okay, sure, I'll do that. So, is that in my actions? Yeah, there we go.
And then
Do I
would
need
you
to
like
select my
to
guy
rage
first?
before that, or are you
Sure, yeah, I'll rage. So, actions, rage. Hang on, bud. Rage. How do we target again?
so you would go to the action drop down, do sudden charge, click on it, and then just select the square that you want your character to move to within 40 feet.
Get all up on his business.
Did it work?
Yep. Right, and then just make a melee attack.
Okay. It still has the sudden charge icon. Do I get 2 of them? If I
Just
wanted to?
right click.
Okay. And then... I just do great X.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just make sure you're targeting him and then click the great axe action.
How do I target again?
So you would click on him, right click, and then hit the little bullseye icon, or you could just click on him and press T, whichever's easier for you.
I think I'm right on top of him, so it's not really letting me.
I moved you off of him.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then... Well, I already rolled. Do you want me to roll again for melee?
Oh, I didn't see your roll.
Yeah.
What was it?
12.
12 versus AC?
Yeah.
That is a miss.
Okay. So, I hit him again. Do I have another move, or is that all?
That's all your actions.
All right. Cool beans.
All right, Augie, it's your turn.
All right.
You can currently see 2 kobolds.
I'll stride as my first action, just to get a little close, and then targeting the one that was already hit, I'm gonna cast Daze.
Okay. He fails, so he takes 4 damage. And he holds his head as he dies.
So he actually cannot die from that spell. So I'll shout, "Leave that one
Oh.
alive. We can interrogate him afterward."
He passes out.
Yeah, it's non-lethal.
Good backup.
Neither is passing out.
Are you a pacifist or something?
No,
Why
it's
are
just
you
a
not
super
killing
useful
him?
spell.
He's covering
No,
his inadequate
Azrael.
of damage.
Speaking to Aggie. Push.
It might be useful
I
too,
will
Lord.
make a note.
And I think that's the end of my turn because I moved and spell cast.
All right. Okay. The last kobold will kind of go to the other side of Briar and will attempt to jabber with his spear. Misses Briar, and then attempts a follow-up attack, missing Briar a second time. All right, Azrael, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move in front of Javid. Can I stand next to Briar?
Yes, you can move through Augie and Briar if you have the movement.
Yeah, right there. Well, it keeps her. Right there is 25
There's a
feet.
kobold in that square.
On the other side of her?
Yep.
Is that 25? It's 25 to Briar. That's 30. I can't do that. Can I stand next to Augie? Right there where I am? I was one more back.
You could. Yeah, you could stand there.
Okay. I have a rapier in my hand, so that's one move. I'm going to do my second to hit him with a rapier, the kobold that's in front of me.
You wouldn't be able to hit him because there's a stone wall in between you.
Can I reach around the wall at all, or like can I stand on top of Augie, like as I'm moving through Augie, kind of stab him and then finish my movement where I am?
That would be more than 25 feet. and you have to complete your move before you make a strike.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll pull out my dagger then, just so I have both weapons out. And then I'm gonna.
You could use 2 actions to move instead of 1, and then get
No,
to
I'm gonna.
the.
I was gonna frighten him instead, so I'll pull out my dagger just to have the second weapon, and then I'm gonna demoralize him. Basically, I'm just gonna yell at him that he's next.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a demoralize check. All right. So you kind of are able to, or at least Augie and Briar are able to see that the kobold looks a little bit unnerved. And then make sure that you target the enemy that you want to demoralize before doing it.
Want me to roll it again?
No, you're good. All right. You have 1 action left, I believe.
No, because I pulled up my dagger, so that was
Right.
my second action.
All right. So it's one of the kobold's turns. It's gonna run up to Briar and flank with the other kobold. And it's going to attempt to strike you with its spear. Right. And it hits with its spear, doing a little extra damage because you're flanked. Briar, you take 8 damage. And then it'll attempt to strike you one more time. For a critical hit. Dealing 16 damage. Oops.
And with that, I am down.
All right.
Oh, Briar!
Okay, so that kobold is 17. You move right before him in initiative.
Whoa.
Right. Snow, it's your turn. You see Briar take a big hit, and she goes down.
I'm gonna move up and shoot at the one in front of her. Oop. Not what I meant to do.
This guy here is on the ground, not
Which guy?
moving.
Oh, that one?
Yep.
Or the one that I've targeted? That one?
Yep. You can kind of see a kobold here, and the other one is pretty much completely obscured by a rock.
Got it. Can I take a shot at this one?
You
If I move
could,
up
but
or
it's
down?
going to have some pretty heavy cover.
I believe in myself. Do that. Target. There we go. Just missing that 20.
So we're using device stratagem.
Yep, it's checked.
Okay, so you would have an 8 for a total of 15. Are you going to choose to attack the kobold, or are you going to defer?
I'll defer. No sense of wasting the arrow.
Okay. So you have one action remaining since you moved and used device stratagem.
What is that? Or can I see that?
So he's on the other side of a wall.
Oh, gotcha.
So you got stone in between you and him. So
Got it.
really the only kobold you can even barely see is this guy here.
If I'm standing here, can I render aid to Briar?
Yes. However, administering first aid is 2 actions.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm done.
Okay. Javid, your turn.
All right. I'm guessing that this one is the one you said had major cover.
Yes,
And
greater
the other one
cover is the technical
greater.
term.
All right. If I were to move, let's say here, would I be able to get a better line on the kobold or no?
You could drop it down to standard cover.
Well, I think that's the best I'll be able to do. So I want to transfer my hunt prey to that one.
Okay.
And let's see. Here we go. And I want to try shooting him. So do I need to do anything? No, gravity weapon lasts a minute. All right.
Right. That's a miss.
I think that's all I've got for this round.
All right. Kobold in front of Briar continues to be unconscious. You see a kobold run out of the darkness. And is going to chuck a spear at Augie. Miss, and then run away back into the darkness. All right, Augie, it's your turn.
This one with the ghost faces floating around him is scared.
Frightened 1, which gives him -1 to essentially all his checks.
Okay. Are these, both of them, within the range of touch for me? Do they have any cover if I try to touch them?
I would, based on the wall that's pretty much next to you, it's a kind of only about 4 feet wide. The corner, at least 2 corners of their squares are obscured to you, so they would have cover against your touch attack. If you moved forward 1, you would have no cover issues.
That's okay. I'm going to target this one that is fear.
Okay.
I'll cast Daze on him, so he's got to make the will save. Otherwise, he takes 4 damage.
All right. Fails to will save. And
Cast shield on
he holds his head in pain. All right.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
All right. This kobold that's feared will scurry over here. Throw a spear at Javid. Will miss and will run away. All right, Azriel, it's your turn.
Can I reach Briar from where I'm at? Or do I need to move to be able to administer aid to her?
You could reach her.
Alright, my battle medicine won't work on her because I can only do it once a day like I've already used it on her. So I can't use that, but I can administer aid, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll roll a medicine check to stabilize. So I think she's stabilized because that beats the 16 DC.
Yes. She's now no longer dying and is unconscious. Is unconscious and is wounded.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move in front of this colt, or in front of her, so that way she doesn't get knocked down again. And then that's the end of my.
All right. In the light, you can barely make out the kobold that is next to you. And you're not able to see the other two kobolds, but you can hear them kind of scampering around.
Does it sound like they're running away, or does it sound like they're trying to regroup?
Probably regroup. You don't hear the noise intonation changing at all.
Okay.
All right, Briar, so you're stabilized. So you're no longer dying. So you don't have anything for your turn. This kobold that's next to Azrael will attempt to stab her with his spear. And he'll miss. Attempt to stab her again. And he'll miss again. And then, seeing as how Azrael's just ducking out of the way of the spears, he'll run away. All right, and that's the end of his turn. And then Azrael, you see him from your perspective just run off into the darkness. All right, Snow, it's your turn. You currently see no kobolds, but you can hear them kind of skittering around.
All right. So basically, how many actions would it be to stow my bow and light my torch?
So if you chose to just drop your bow, that would be a free action, but if you stowed it, that would be one action. And then you have a torch already lit that's on the ground a couple spaces away. You could go and pick it up.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, the torch is right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the torch.
Okay. So it was just one action for you to move and one action to pick up the torch.
So if I move and stop, and then move again, is that two actions, or is it considered one action up to whatever movement speed is?
So it's technically two actions, but in this case, I could just give you a buy, since it was very little actual interaction.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab it and then move into the room.
All right. All right, and now people can see all the kobolds. You see 3 of them there in the room. So you currently have your bow in one hand and the torch in another.
And so that was technically 2 actions, so I got 1 more.
Yep. You could drop the torch where it is, and then 2-hand your bow.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in a place where like it still lights the room.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna drop it. And that dropping is considered a free action?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Javid, it's your turn.
Oh,
All right.
do I get a shoot at it?
No, that would be all three of your actions.
Dropping or targeting?
Yeah.
Restoring your
He-
bow
he-
to normal shooting.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Uh,
Got it. All right.
All
Understand.
right. I'm going to move into the room, and I can move past all these guys, and that one that's cowering in the corner, I'm going to designate as my target, my prey, and fire an arrow at it. Nuts.
All right. You have one action remaining. Actually, disregard. You move, designated prey, and shot.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So the kobold to the west of Azrael is going to pull out a spear, charge to the other side of her, and attempt to stab Snow.
That's not very nice.
yeah. So I'm not enough of a threat now.
He couldn't
Yeah,
hit you last time, so he thinks
son of
you're
a
magic.
bitch.
All right. So critical hit against Snow. Fortunately, it was not a sneak attack, so his damage is only 7 multiplied by 2, so 14 damage to Snow.
Jesus.
I'm not really liking the crit thing so far because it's killed me twice. Like, I don't know if it's just because we're level 1 or if it's like truly decimating us.
It's because we're level 1. Like the way Pathfinder works, unlike like, you build up, so you really can die very easily at low levels in Pathfinder.
I'm just rolling really well. I mean, you all, I don't think Javid rolled like 1 crit, but other than that, I don't think anyone's really crit yet.
If you could please stop rolling so well.
Did you customize your foundry die?
Not yet.
All right, that's probably the reason.
Oh, so Pathfinder is pay
make
to
'em
play.
pretty.
Got
That's
it.
All right, and then
Well, actually,
he'll
kind of.
spend
Have you
his
seen how much
last
these books
action,
cost?
and he'll attempt to demoralize you.
What do I roll?
Just versus your wisdom DC.
Oh, that's 17, I think.
All right. So he got a 7. So you are unafraid.
That's a crit fail, right? That's a crit fail, right?
Yeah, that would be a crit fail for him. It
So
doesn't
can he
have
be
any.
scared of me? Is that how that works?
No. All right. So that's the end of his turn. So it's Augie's turn.
The one that just tried to do that to her is the one that's over the one that's unconscious, right?
Yes.
I will move, and then targeting that one who just tried to intimidate. I cast Chill Touch. I think I have to make an attack with this.
It looks like a fortitude save. Critical success on his save. So he's unaffected by the chill touch. Right. So the kobold over here will draw a spear and attempt to chuck one at Azrael. He hits. And Azrael takes 5 damage. And then he'll spend his last action to pull out another spear. All right, Azrael, your turn. All right, Crystal's having some technical difficulties, so she'll just twin strike the kobold.
That she's flanking.
Yep. Right, and she stabs the kobold with the rapier, and he dies. And then she'll throw her dagger at the other kobold.
Nice.
All right, hits and dies. So she stabs one kobold, kills him, chucks her dagger at the other one, and he goes down as well. And that's the end
Azrael,
of...
killing machine. Loves killing things. Tell you what.
All right, Briar's turn. She's stable. Last remaining kobold's turn. He'll just cower in this corner over here. All right, Snow, your turn.
Yeah, I don't appreciate being hit so hard. So, nope. Keep reading the target.
Right. Kobold takes 5 damage and is badly injured as your arrow finds purchase. All right, you have one more action left.
So, I was able to understand them. Does that mean I speak kobold?
You speak their language. They were speaking Draconic.
Oh, got it.
At least a very crude version of Draconic.
Well, now that I put one in, I'm going to say, are we done now? Do you surrender? In Draconic.
Yeah, tell him to throw down his weapon.
I already tried that.
Yeah, but you didn't say it in Draconic.
Throw down your spear.
Yeah.
That sounds like mech, 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 mech.
Yep. To you all, it sounds kind of like mech, 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 mech. To the kobold, he looks afraid, but he doesn't say anything back to you. All right. Do you want to spend your last action on anything? Snow. All right. The second arrow ricochets off the wall as he kind of shudders down. All right, Javid, it's your turn.
As he does that, I'm
Alright.
gonna say, "Drop your weapon!" I'm gonna play off my miss like it was a warning shot.
Let's see. I'm going to stow my bow, stride over to the kobold, and attempt to grapple him. I'm going to wrap him up so he's out of the fight.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that would be a contested athletics check.
So that is a athletics check against his fortitude DC. So go ahead and target the kobold and make an athletics check.
Critical.
All right. So the kobold is grabbed. Giving him immobilized and flat-footed.
And for my third action, can I pull out rope and start to tie him up?
So it would have been one action for you to move, one action to put
Yep.
your bow away, and
Oh,
then
that's right,
the
I
other
forgot.
action to grab him.
Forgot about that extra action. Yep. All right. I'm done.
Augie, your turn.
All of the kobolds are subdued, correct?
Well, the kobold warrior over there is grabbed. He's
And the one next
currently
to you is
armed and he's struggling against Javid. And the kobold warrior right in front of you is unconscious,
Okay.
but living.
I will walk over to this kobold. Actually, I'll not all the way over, and then I will say loudly to Javid in common because I don't speak Draconic. I will say, Javid, why are you struggling with him? If he's going to put up a fight at all, just snap his neck and be done with it. And then I'll look at the kobold and like, give him a look.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Can I just make like a
tighten up my
perception
grip
check
on
of
him
the
like I'm
room?
about to break his neck.
So is making the like intimidation check, is that just one action?
You're attempting to demoralize him?
I want to see if he'll just give up.
Okay. Make an intimidation check. right. So he hasn't given up yet, but you can tell that he's frightened, gaining the frightened 1 condition.
All right, and can I use my other, I guess my third and final action, just to make a perception check of the room, see if there's anything else.
Okay. Make a secret seek check.
Seek or perception?
Perception's fine.
What is seek check? What do I do?
That's just an action.
So there's certain, if you look under skills, there's certain types of actions that kind of go under the skills. Seek is kind of under perception for like looking.
All right, that's
Right. In your quick search of, I assume you're taking a look in the locked area.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything standing out. There's a bunch of crates and barrels in there. There's not like any obvious creatures or anything locked in there.
If you move on your turn and you don't move all of your speed, like as your first action, and then you take another action, can you move again afterwards, or is it just like move and then once you do something else, that's it?
So it's usually you have to move, complete your move before you do another action. I gave Snow kind of a break since all he wanted to do was move 5 feet and grab a torch. So I didn't charge him 3 actions for it, instead just 2.
All right.
So you can't break up your move action.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Azrael, your turn.
So I can't get into Forge. My computer crashed and I tried to reload out. There it goes. Now you kicked me. There we go. So there's, just to refresh, there's 2 that are not currently fully subdued, right? One of them is grappled by Javid.
Yes, and the other one is unconscious on the floor.
The one unconscious one, I don't care that much. Okay. I'll walk over to the one with Javid, and I'm going to twin strike. So I'll hit it with my rapier, and then if it's still not dead, then I'll hit it with my dagger.
Okay. All right. Make sure when you roll it, before you roll your attack, that you target him, but that's a hit.
So hard to do when you only have one screen.
And it was pretty simple for you. The combination of the kobold being terrified and held by Javid, it was very simple for you to stab him in the throat. The kobold shudders and then stops moving.
I imagine that as I was walking up to V, just kind of lined him up so I could just like run him through.
Javid,
Actually, no.
I think you were trying to
No.
capture him.
I was
were
trying to
you?
capture him.
Oh. Yeah, we have one that's unconscious though.
We could have had 2.
Why do we need 2?
And one that wasn't unconscious. We could ask him questions.
I
Like,
mean,
why
you
were
just,
they having trouble getting into this
like,
room when it looks like the Augie was just able
we
to
wake
look in
him
there?
up. I'm very good with medicine. You know, I'm very good at bringing people back to life and then killing them again. You've seen this.
You could patch up Briar, who's over there languishing.
I mean, I stabilized her. I couldn't battle medicine her, unfortunately, but once we're out of combat, I will go treat her wounds, yes.
Yep. You're out of combat right now. Briar is unconscious on the floor, and you have a unconscious kobold right next to her. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break while you all think about what you want to do. And
It's not
then,
minimize, Snow's suffering. He's hurt. He's very hurt.
I've got a potion. Briar is down, so why don't we give the potion to her?
Yeah, because I was trying to medicine check and apparently I failed. So I didn't wake her up, so you should probably use a potion. I can try on you, Snow. Let's see if I don't fail with.
See.
Yeah, I failed also.
No,
So
Snow gets poisoned.
I'm sorry. No, it's not a critical failure, I don't think. It's DC 15. So yeah, I rolled a 6. So no, it's not a critical failure. So you're good. I'm just unsuccessful. Like you're trying to fight me and I'm trying to get you to like sit down and it just doesn't work out.
So I'm not having luck applying the healing potion to Briar. Keep getting forge errors.
all right.
He's just like sitting there trying to
Fire
like get it.
heals 4 hit points and returns to consciousness.
See, this is how healing works. None of this.
I tried. It's just, there's a lot of there's like a whole open wound right there.
Right, explain to me how complicated this is.
I mean,
pour a
that's
little potion
magic.
down her
That's
throat and
cheating.
she's
That's magic and
He's
cheating.
gonna go, why can't you do it like that, Azrael? Salt does not go in wounds.
I did not pour salt in your wounds. You just wouldn't sit down long enough for me to actually bandage you.
So the actual treat wounds phase does take 10 minutes.
Well, sure. I tried. I failed both times, so I imagine it just didn't work.
All right, so let's go ahead.
After that horribleness, I'm gonna try it on myself. Oh, I did worse.
You actually harmed
I
yourself.
actually put salt in my wounds.
Like, see? I told you I could help you. Oh my god, no wonder. You have 0 to everything. That would have been a hard DC for you.
Actually, medicine is the
So,
only thing I have 0 in.
fortunately for you, Snow, treat wounds is a trained check, so you weren't actually able to roll that.
So if you're untrained in something, you can't do it at all? Or is it
Certain
just
checks
like...
require you to be trained, and treat wounds is one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, for medicine, treat disease, treat poison, treat wounds are all trained. Untrained are administer first aid and recall knowledge. It's in the book.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit more complicated and like you can do this if you're trained, you can do that if you're not trained, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And there's
but
like
like
some
that,
stuff we do
makes
if you like
sense.
it. Yeah. Like also pick lock and disable device, you have to be trained in thievery. So it's that kind of thing. So we're on a break, right?
Yes. Though just for prosperity, Snow, you would have knocked yourself out. All right. I'll see you at about 2 o'clock. All right, we ready to get going again?
Yeah.
So you just finished defeating the kobolds. Currently, there's one unconscious kobold on the ground. Your healing potion's been expended, Javid, to revive Briar. All right. To the south of the room, you see kind of a fenced-off area, floor-to-ceiling cage with a door with a rudimentary lock. And
Ooh, I'll
inside,
take that.
all right. And inside you see a bunch of barrels and crates.
And it looks like this was where the kobolds were trying to break in, right? All the rattling and
Yes.
breaking noise.
Yeah, they
And
were
they
trying to
were not
pry open the
successful.
bars and get the door open.
So this is very much a derelict room, right? Like this is not attached to the inn.
Correct.
Okay.
The fishery.
Yeah, fishery. Sorry.
So the only way to get in here would have been to go through that cavern complex, which was definitely not a part of the fishery.
It was like old city, right? Like old abandoned, like 200 years ago type city.
Yes, it does have older architecture. So this actually is a room rather than natural cavern. Where you were passing before was essentially a natural cavern for the most part, with the exception of the room that the undead were in.
I think we should
The
tie up this unconscious guy before he wakes up.
All right, so
So-
Azrael, are you tying him up?
Is there a non-magical way that we could wake him
Or
up?
He'll wake up with time. If you want to wake
What if
him
we
up
slap him?
quicker, you could try and treat him with first aid.
is that what kind of check is that? Is that
Treat wounds.
acrobatics, slavery?
Oh,
No, for the tie him up,
you
because I
just
don't
tie
see
him
like
up.
a sleight of hand. Okay, yeah, I'll just tie him up. The knots
Instead
are
of-
real good, I promise.
What if instead of treating his wounds, we just kissed his boo boo?
Yeah, that's it.
I would allow
Who's
that
got
to be a treat wounds check.
the kiss boo boo?
I think that'll
skill?
work. Because he's just unconscious. Like,
Who's actually trained in medicine? Like, I know I'm trained in medicine. I think Javid's trained in medicine. Is anyone else trained in medicine?
I am if we don't want him to survive.
Okay, so just Javid and I can do that. Okay, got it.
Let's see. Where
And
do
with the
I?
tie of death, boy, can I? That's my specialty.
Yeah, so apparently people want to talk to him. I mean, I have no problem if you want to walk over there and stab him, but other people might be upset.
No, Augie put him to nap on purpose. We want to find out what he. Are they the ones stealing the fish? Don't steal fish, that sort of thing.
I mean, I can find out if they're stealing fish. Let me just like gut one of these that are dead. I'm sure fish will fall out. In fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna gut it. Do fish fall out?
So you disembowel the kobold, and you do see some evidence of fish, but their stomachs aren't that big. They're small creatures.
So they were at least eating the fish. So yeah, see, mystery solved.
But I get the feeling that these aren't the primary ones eating the fish, because these are tiny little kobolds, and there's just a
Snow,
few
go
of
ahead
them.
and roll a feed check.
He did already. It was 16.
Okay.
So there's probably something bigger and fishier eating still out there.
All right, Snow, you unlock the door.
All right. Gonna open it and start checking stuff.
All right. And Azrael, you're able to tie up the kobold. All right. What's everyone else doing?
I want to try to recover arrows.
Okay. You're able to recover 50% of what you shot. All right, and Augie?
I'm gonna go listen at this other door.
All right, go ahead and roll a secret perception check. And then Briar, what are you up to? Kissing his boo-boo?
I think she took offense at that.
Briar,
Briar,
if
can
you're
you hear
telling us
us?
something, we're not able to hear you.
Sorry. I tried to say yes, but I yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. All right.
Once I've finished looking for arrows, this pile of rocks on the eastern end of the room, is that where the wall's been broken down? Does that go anywhere, or is that just general rubble?
So over here,
Yeah.
that's general rubber, or rubble. Briar, you kiss his boo-boos, but he doesn't seem to stir.
I will produce my torch and
Okay.
start, eliminating.
And Augie, did you want to talk to this kobold? Do we want to ask them about what they're up to and all that?
If at all possible, yes, I would like to have at least a brief discussion with our small captive.
All right,
How
and Augie, you don't
long-
hear anything through the door.
How long? Because I'm somewhat versed in medicine. How long do I think it'll take for him to wake up based off of what Augie did to him?
Potentially a couple hours.
I'm going to try to
Okay.
revive him.
You gonna do treat wounds?
Whoop. Right. Yeah, I didn't do a target on that.
All right. I want to try treat wounds on myself while he's doing that. I just realized I'm down 5.
All right, and then all right, Javid, so you heal the kobold, and he awakens. And Azrael, you crit failed your medicine check.
No, isn't it DC 15?
Yes,
So I didn't crit fail.
you rolled a 5.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a 7. Okay, yeah. So I take 1d8 damage. So that's 7. That.
Can I check to make sure this door is whether or not it is unlocked? I don't want to.
It is unlocked. Go ahead and click the door to open it.
I don't want to open it. I just
Okay.
Javid, can you rather than healing that guy, can you come try to help me? I seem to have stabbed myself. I don't know how it happened. I was like trying to sharpen my dagger and it kind of went in my chest.
Yes, Azrael, my goodness. Here you are. You're so intent on killing things, you try to kill yourself.
Thank you.
So this kobold is now awake, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Snow, while they were treating each other, treating the kobold, you were able to examine all the crates and barrels in here, and you actually found a pretty good haul. 200 silver pieces, a gold ring, and a extremely well crafted short sword.
Ooh.
Sorry. Does the ring fit my finger?
Right, one moment, you should be able to see the loot container to your right.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So yeah, the ring would fit your finger.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna shove that on my hand, and then I'm gonna take the pouch of silver pieces and walk out and toss it to Azrael.
What?
Don't you have the party's loot? Or
Uh,
have we not gotten that
I
far?
don't think we've gotten that far. I mean, I can definitely maintain it, but we definitely haven't gotten that. I can, yeah.
While they're discussing the loot, I would like to kind of stoop down next to the kobold and say, do you understand what I'm saying right now? Do you speak common?
He looks up at you and he's just a little bit defiant, but he goes, mech.
I hear him. That means yes.
Alright, I slap him in the face. Just a light slap, but, like a little slap. Why didn't you listen to me when I said surrender?
Does he say anything?
He says, Big Boss would roast him alive.
He says you hit like a little bitch.
And he looks back at you, towering over him, Augie, and he goes, mech, 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 mech.
Says try it again, see what happens.
Luckily for you,
Uh,
I am fairly intelligent. Or at least not dumb. So I will.
He says he begs to differ.
You're able to ascertain that he did not speak before Snow told you that he begs to differ.
I do have a 14 int, so I feel like I could figure out that you're saying random thing.
Oh,
well,
they're not random.
technically, insight is more like a wisdom, like sense motives. That's also more of like it's wisdom. So are you wise?
I got a +1.
Okay.
I just put the loot in my inventory right now so we don't lose it.
Yeah, that's fine. 'Cause I was trying to make a journal, but it's not working. I can play with it later. But I wrote it down. It's 2,000 silver pieces. It's the party loot, right?
200.
200.
200.
And there's a party loot chest in the characters, remember?
Okay, that's what that is.
Oh, sorry, I was looking in
Alright.
the wrong place. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so just dump it in there then. And the silver pieces too.
No,
Who's
just silver.
dragging this chest around? I mean, 200 isn't going to weigh us down, but at some point we might find
Yeah,
ourselves
sorry. I
encumbered
was looking in the journals.
if we don't
We
have
can always exchange it when
bag
we go into the
of
city.
holding or something.
So the kobold says to Snow that if you make it worth my while, I will tell you what I know.
What do you say?
I'm gonna look at him, contemplating. I will give you 4 rations. Or all the food I have.
He says he wants gold.
What are you going to use gold for? You don't go in the town.
He likes shiny things.
He says he'll tell us what we know if we give him shiny things, which only proves one thing, is that he knows more. So, I don't think we have to pay him anything. We know he's got information. Let's get it out of him.
I mean, I have shiny things. I have a rapier that's very, very shiny. But, I can stab him with it.
No, we don't want to stab him, But I'm going to draw my short sword and say, well, but he has several fingers that he doesn't require.
So you're attempting to intimidate him?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know if
Can
it's
I
considered
help him
intimidation
with
if I
that by
intend to do it.
Can I help him with that by grabbing his hands and holding out a finger for Snow to chop?
Okay. Both of you roll an intimidation check for me.
Damn, girl, you scary.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So he tells you Big Boss is the leader of the kobolds. She has powerful magic and she'll roast you alive. She's angry all the time and is incredibly demanding. And he's afraid of what's going to happen now that she has a powerful new friend. And he just wants to leave. If you uncut him, he'll leave and he'll never come back.
Okay, wait, how does this have anything to do with the fish, though? Isn't the whole thing about, them stealing all the fish?
Yes, the big boss stealing fish.
Yeah,
What is
is
this?
that why?
And the-
Yeah, what does all this with the big boss and the powerful friend have to do with the fish?
Big Boss told us to get to the fish to feed her friend.
So Big Boss has a powerful friend that likes to eat fish. So to stop the fish stealing, we got to go through Big Boss to the big fish eater.
And so, what does he know about this powerful friend?
What is it?
All right. He says 20 gold and cut me free and I'll tell you what I know.
20 gold?
Yeah, I
None
feel
of
like
us
it's
have
more
20
I mean,
gold.
yeah, how about I let you
You get
live?
you get one shiny.
Can I just chop off one of his fingers? He starts to annoy me.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question.
Yeah, sure. You could chop off one of his fingers.
I'll hold that back for you, if you tell me.
All right. He starts squealing around, saying lower draconic curse words. But he doesn't mention anything
I take a finger.
About the new friend.
Oh my God, no.
So you find that sword just cuts like clean butter. Barely any effort at all.
I take one of his fingers.
All
You
right.
sure you don't kill him with that crit?
I was aiming for his hand.
Yep.
Sounds like a circle.
Continues to
effort.
roll around and curse at you.
And I'm going to take my torch and I'm going to cauterize the wound.
when he's done rolling around, he's like, "So are you gonna let me go or what?"
You gonna tell me
You
what
haven't
you
told
know?
us about Big Boss.
He had already talked about Big Boss.
Well, Big Boss
No,
is
there's
good.
a parent.
Friend, we want to know
Oh, Big Boss's friend. Yeah, sorry.
What it is, where it is.
All right.
Yeah, where's Big Boss hang out? Big Boss's friend.
Okay. So he starts talking about that there's another level to this cavern, and Big Boss is down in that lower part of the cavern. He mentions that there is 500 kobolds down in the lower levels, and that the powerful new friend is a god come back to the mortal realm.
Let's check to see if he's
No problem.
full of shit, because I don't believe there's
Let me
500
handle that.
kobolds down there.
Yeah, that's
Or a
sense
god.
motive, but I don't. I was looking at the sheet. I don't see a sense motive. Is that just perception?
So you get the impression, everyone, that he is exaggerating.
Yeah, I don't really believe you. I think I'm gonna take another one of your fingers. I'm gonna start moving towards him again.
Right?
Does he start talking?
No. Okay. So you take more of his fingers. He continues to kind of just say more and more gibberish. You get the feeling that you've gotten pretty much the most that you're going to get out of him.
I'm just gonna stab him at this point. I mean, seriously, like I was gonna heal him and let him go, but he's a lying bastard, so I'm gonna kill him.
All right. You're easily able to stab him, and the kobold dies.
It would have been easier if we just killed him, you know?
Yeah, but we got a little information out of there.
Yeah.
All right.
I walk
Anything
over to
through
the
that door, Augie?
Not that I.
Now don't forget,
No.
Augie, that there's a door that we walked past. We haven't seen what's in that door.
Oh.
So before we go out this door, I'm going to suggest we look at the other door.
All right. So what are y'all doing about your wounds? Briar and Snow are near death, and Azrael's injured.
So I had tried. I mean, only two of us are even able to cure wounds, and I think both Javid and I have tried. Like I've tried, I think everyone. So I'm out
Um,
of. I tried
I
no,
both
mean,
Snow and Briar and myself, so
I've
I
only
can't.
done treat wounds on you and the kobold. I've not done
All
it
right.
on
Do you want to try Snow and Briar? See
fire
if
and
you can help
snow.
them along.
So
Yeah.
some options you have is you can just take whatever amount of time's required to top yourselves off, and we'll fast forward time. Or you could leave, go back to town, take a long rest, and come back the next day.
might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that
I
might be
don't think we
good.
need to take a whole overnight thing, unless somebody's got.
Well, so the thing is
Uh,
so I can't do battle medicine on Ujavid or Briar anymore because it takes, once I do it once, I can't do it again for another day on that person. So if either you or Briar, as you saw when Briar went down, I wasn't able to get her back up because my battle medicine was gone on her. So it might be better if we just rest so that way we're at full, like everybody has everything.
Might be worth it to
I
go up
mean,
and get some potions too.
mm,
Heal, grab a couple potions. Because while
I
I
think
don't
so.
believe there's 500 kobold down there, there's probably more than a few.
And we're not the strongest group.
you are kind of squishy, get knocked down all the time. Let me go ahead and try treat wounds on Snow and Briar. Or maybe I can't.
You should be able to.
You have to target us.
Yeah.
I did, but
Have you done it within, there's a
oh,
certain
there it
period.
goes.
Okay. I think it's like a couple hours you're not allowed to do it again.
And I will try treating wounds on Briar. Success, yay!
So Briar's looking just injured now.
Yeah, I do think it would be a good idea. So we're from this town. Do we know if we could pick up some potions in town?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go do that. Because this is a lot more
Um,
serious than we thought.
kind of want to check that room that we went past. Maybe we
We can check
keep
it on our way out.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
check it
guess.
on the way
We
out.
can end in- Yeah. Okay. We'll start heading back.
All right. Augie, while they were doing those 2 treat medicine checks, it was about 10 minutes apiece. Did you want to do anything at that door that you were at while you were waiting?
Yes, I'll do a perception check.
Okay. So you didn't hear anything on the other side of the door, and it's just a large stone door, not really ornamented in any way, and it just looks like you push it inward.
All right. Well, I'll open.
All right, let's get assembled. Snow, why don't you stay to the back? And Azrael, you're our primary
Yeah, I'm kind of injured.
melee.
So like both me and Briar are
Right.
injured. So just
I cast detect.
I can be in front, but
All right, we'll try not to engage.
That's all right. I don't see
All right.
anything in here.
So
Can I walk?
as the ancient door creaks open, it reveals a ruined chamber. Mold and rot stain every surface. On the far side of the room is a stone statue of a giant squid, its tentacles reaching towards an altar in the center of the chamber. The mold and scum covers almost everything except for the silver bowl that is sitting in the middle of the stone altar. The water in the bowl is perfectly clear.
Oh,
can
guys,
I
I think
do
I know what Big Friend is.
Can I do an occult check? Does this seem like some type of ritual or some type of weird things are gonna come alive thing?
Can I help her with the occultism check? I'm trained in that. Yeah, I'm trained.
All right. For you, Augie, I would say roll a religion check. Because you're sensing some religious tones there.
Yeah, Azrael is not trained in religion. That's why I always go to occultism.
And while they're doing that,
Okay.
I'd like to look for hidden hazards.
All right. Make a secret perception check, Javid,
Uh,
and
The
then Snow. You recognize that as a symbol for the god Gazorith, the god of nature and oceans.
I'm gonna relay that.
So it seems that this is just a religious altar, and that water likely has some symbolism there. Um, when you cast Detect Magic, you're getting some um, kind of you're sensing magic in the room coming from the bowl of water.
What did you say the god's name was?
Gazorith. Right, and Javid, you look around the room and you don't spot any secret doors or traps or anything out of the ordinary. You notice that the mold, rot, and scum, pretty much things that show the age of the room, end right around the same proximity to the bowl. So the rot decay can't reach the bowl.
That sounds very healthy.
The bowl itself looks to be made out of silver, probably worth some money.
Are we able to tell if this water would be like, you know,
Healing
revivifying?
properties.
Yeah, healing properties, that sort of thing.
From looking at it, no. The water is clear.
Not scummy, and the water and/or bowl has kept mold and rot away. So that sounds good to me.
I'll dip my finger in it.
Right? It feels cool.
Taste it.
Sure, why not? I'll drink some.
Okay. You regain 1d8 hit points and make a fortitude save. Right, and how many hit points did you regain?
One.
So you drink the water. It's cool and refreshing. As you step away from the altar, you begin to feel a bit sick to your stomach, as if everything in your stomach's just kind of churning around in there.
Ugh. Was it salty?
No.
It's giving me sad tummy disease, fellas. I don't think anyone else should drink that.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
help
but
you. And then I'm gonna
if,
run up and do a medicine check to, try to help him.
what if you stick your finger down your throat and try to make yourself throw up? Does that help you with your sick tummy?
Yeah, do I solve his tummy problem?
No. No, You don't have the ability to treat what's ailing him right now.
So it's not a
Telling you,
poison
you
then?
drink the ghost
or a
water and you get
disease?
ghosts.
Not a poison nor disease.
Can I tell what it is, even if I can't heal it?
I do detect magic on him. Actually, I don't know if I still have that.
I don't think so. I think he's the only one who has detect magic.
Sure, I'll cast detect magic on myself.
You are currently being affected by mage armor, so you're detecting magic on yourself.
Yeah, got nothing.
And when you cast detect magic on the room, you're able to tell that there was some kind of magic on the bowl.
I assumed he was ignoring himself.
Well, yeah, but when he cast detect magic earlier, that was on the room and not himself. But
Right.
you were able to tell what about the bowl when you
I don't
did that?
remember if the bowl was magical when I cast detect magic on the way in.
Yeah, I had told you the bowl was magical.
Oh, all right.
So am I able with my medicine check just to tell what's killing or what's ailing him, or is it a magical effect and I can't tell?
So Snow, with your occultism roll from earlier, you're probably able to ascertain that it's probably a blessing or a curse from the altar, religious type thing.
Well, 50-50-90, it's either a blessing or a curse.
Well, I'd say it's kind of mixed because you got healing from it and sick. So
I mean, he's green, so
Oh my god, I'm sick. Wait, I was
What,
gonna
you
say
saying
that.
there's something wrong with green people?
corner,
I'm just saying that's not his normal color.
it's kind of hard to tell though with the blue light.
Are you
Yeah, he might.
colorblind? Like he normally more of a darkish, black type color, and then now he looks like a really dirty green color. It just doesn't fit him very well.
So Augie, you're sickened one, but you get the feeling that this will pass with time.
Oh, I just need to walk it off, guys. I'll be okay.
Get some bicarb.
Take a nice poop.
Yeah, I gotta
Eat some charcoal.
All right, and then what did you do with the bowl, Augie?
I just put it back down.
Okay.
So are we headed back to town?
Yeah, I think that'd be the smart move.
The bowl's probably worth something, right?
Yeah,
feel
but there's potential actual things around. It might not be worth it to mess with that just yet. We also don't know what wrath we might incur.
Just drinking from it made Augie sick. I'm pretty sure if we steal it, something worse is gonna happen.
But we know it's here.
I
We can
don't-
always come back for it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, while we're in town, why don't we just ask around to see if anybody remembers any kind of temples like this here?
Yeah, right. If we can get like the town cleric or something to tell us what they know about Goroth.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some old people who want to tell stories around.
All right, yeah. So let's head back. We don't need to sick Augie on our hands in addition to everything else.
It's okay. Once I take a big, bowel movement, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Big steaming pile.
All right, so to summarize what you want to do up top side, you want to go gather some information about Gorzeth. You want to buy some potions, and then you want to rest.
Yes. Probably stock up on other spent things. You know, fired some arrows, wasn't able to recover them, that sort of thing. Snow, you didn't look for any, so you're probably down a little bit.
Yeah, I still got 37.
37.
How many is in my inventory?
Damn. Okay. I'm be borrowing some from you, probably.
Yeah, you found some.
Not any extra.
I said, look at that
ones I've
fletching. Look at that fletching right there. You got some of my arrows in your quiver.
shot.
Borrowing arrows
Busted.
from me.
Yeah, Javid has quite a few arrows in his backpack. 80 in his backpack, 16 in
Oh,
his
I have?
quiver.
He needs those. Those are his special arrows.
Oh, I didn't even see the ones I've got in my backpack. Okay.
Oh yeah, suddenly he's over there like, whoa, I didn't even know I had all these arrows. That's crazy.
That's weird. That's suspicious. Javid's a hoarder.
I need these arrows for reasons.
It's like, I need to borrow arrows. What about those arrows? Oh, no. Those are special arrows. I can't use those arrows.
All right.
I'm saving them.
So, when you come up, Tammy gives you 2 healing potions from her stores after she hears a bit about your what you encountered down there, since it seems like a pretty difficult job. And you all know about the shop in town, Rin's Wonders, where staffed by an eccentric tiefling who sells those type of things for 4 gold apiece.
That's cheap. So
What, for 4 gold piece?
Yeah, 4 gold apiece.
Or the potions?
Yeah, the potions are 4 gold apiece.
Okay. So who should get these? Probably somebody who's not going to get off in the front lines and knocked down. Probably.
I mean, yeah, so I have battle medicine, which I'm probably going to use first. So maybe somebody like Snow or Javid who can move in quickly if needed.
So I
What?
dropped the 2 healing potions you were given in your inventory.
Should we just leave them in the party loot and then use them as needed, or do we have to assign someone to them?
Well, if they're in the party loot, then it'll be inconvenient for you to grab them if you needed to use them during combat.
I think Javid and Snow should probably carry them, since they're gonna probably be the most likely not to be in melee.
Yeah, I'll hang on.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Javid, you grab the other one. I think Snow already grabbed his.
Yeah, I grabbed one.
Yeah. Do you know how to get the party loot, Javid?
From the...
So if you go into the actors, so it's the 3rd little symbol over, and you grab party loot, you can just grab the consumable and drag it to your own inventory. Got it.
Copy that.
And then how many do you think we should buy? Because maybe we should buy like maybe 2 or 3 more just to be safe. We don't know what's really down there.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least a couple more.
We have 200 silver pieces as a party. What is that equivalent to for gold pieces?
20.
20. Okay, so we could buy, 2 to 3. If they're four pops a piece.
5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you want to spend all of the money on healing potions?
What are you going to spend it on that you can't spend it on when you're dead?
All right, fine. So we'll buy 5 healing potions. Is that it?
Has anybody got anything better they want to spend it on?
Nah, I think healing potions would be smart, and then everyone can have one.
Okay.
And then, because let's see, we have 2, we buy 5 more. We can leave 2 in the party loot, but then everyone has one.
Yeah, as banged up as we get, I think healing potions is a good way to go.
Yeah, so
All right, so I've
Asriel,
exchanged your 200 silver pieces for 5 healing potions.
And I grabbed my healing potion that I'll keep. Briar should grab 1, and then Augie should grab 1.
All right, and then anyone who was going to go gather information about the shrine down here, go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
We'll leave that to the diplomats of the.
Yeah, I have a +6, but I rolled a 2, so.
Can I roll intimidation?
No.
Could you not?
I'll roll diplomacy, but I'm very aggressive in my approach.
I'm very diplomatic.
Which is why I rolled better.
All right. So you go to the after you go meet up with Romney and Demetari, get healed up a bit, buy your healing potions. You head over to the west side of town where the large extravagant temple to Sarenrae is, and you ask some of the clerics there about shrines to Gazoreth, and they didn't know that there was any shrines deep underground or anything like that, but the lead cleric there mentions something about usually sites of divine significance are different trials, so that your friend Augie likely was just deemed not strong enough in fortitude to accept the god's gift. So it sat well with him. And then you, Augie, it took about an hour for that effect to kind of wear off your stomach.
So I'm an expert at fortitude, so I could probably.
Asriel, we're not able to hear you.
Oh, I said as soon as I hear about Augie not being worthy, I'm like, oh, that checks. That checks.
No, but I was saying that I've got expertise in fortitude. I might be able to drink that without the ill effect.
Yeah, that might be a good shot. I mean, I've seen you drink some pretty questionable things before.
Oh yeah.
Jerks.
In fact, I put questionable things on my eggs this morning.
Yeah, I don't know what that red stuff was, but it didn't smell right.
That stench is how you know it's working.
You do you.
All right. Okay. And then you're able to rest for the evening. And you're all good to go. Is there anything else you wanted to do in town?
I actually have to go in the next 5 minutes or so, y'all.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's it. We got the healing potions. Unless anyone needs, did you want to get? No, we're good on arrows. So yeah, I think we're good.
All right, Emily, did you want the party to continue on, or did you want to stop for this week?
I can continue on.
All right.
I'll listen in for a little bit, but I gotta go soon.
All right. So you go back down into the caverns, and it's pretty much exactly as you left it.
Pretty much.
So,
Yep.
uh,
The bodies are a little smellier.
see if tasting water from the bowl does anything to somebody who's got the fortitude for it.
All right. Go ahead and roll a fortitude save for me.
I'm trained in fortitude. Are you trained?
I'm an expert.
All right. You only rolled one better than me, so.
That's all it takes.
Coincidentally enough,
Ha-ha!
you feel a surge of energy when you drink it. It's cool and refreshing, but you feel like a power within you, like you have the ocean's might in the pit of your stomach. And you feel like you're more resilient if someone were to critically hit you. It would not necessarily be a critical hit.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Dang, I want to get me some of that. Let me see.
Yeah, everybody should try it.
And
Tell
then,
me what you just said
Augie,
to
I
me.
assumed when you took your long rest that you wanted to continue your mage armor.
Yeah, I would just put it right back on.
All right. All right. Who else wants to drink? Anyone who drinks, give me a fortitude save.
Is the bowl refilling itself?
Yes. All right. Briar, you feel energized as well.
Dope.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I give her a hearty pound on the back.
Yeah, team fortitude. High five.
Okay.
So,
So no one else wants to drink
do we
then?
think that if
No, I don't have the best fortitude.
Yeah, I think
If
I'm
we're-
gonna hold off.
if we're done sampling this, do we want to see what happens if we take it with us? Maybe we could have portable fortitude.
I feel like that's a bad idea. I feel like that might anger whatever god this is.
Yeah, I've got 0 extra insight into occultism, so I'm gonna
Well, I think this
leave
might be
that
more
to
religion. Who's good at religion?
Demetari.
She's not here. She's taking a nap in town.
Yeah.
Is Augie any good at religion?
I have a +4, but that's it.
We'll try that at
Augie
least.
is
That's better than
second
me.
best, and then Snow is third best.
Are you at least trained?
And what?
Are you
Religion.
trained in religion?
I am.
Yeah,
I
They're
try
am,
it.
trying to decide
Yeah, give it a
whether
shot. I'm not even trained. I
taking
have
the
a 0.
bowl would offend the gods or something. I
So
don't know how that
Snow,
works.
you get the idea that the water is likely only powerful here at the religious site.
Yeah, I don't think it'd work if we move it.
Okay. Thought it was worth a shot. Let's move on.
So you find yourselves back at the door over at the end of this hallway. Just a normal wooden door. You listen to it, and you didn't hear anything on the other side. It is unlocked.
Can we listen to it now since it's been like a day later?
Yep, you don't hear anything on the other side.
All right. Well, I'll
Okay.
go ahead and open it.
Okay. You see a long, narrow hallway.
That's weird. Someone else check this out.
Go ahead and give me... Everyone give me a secret perception check. All right, Augie, you're able to easily see a pressure plate for a trap in the hall. Down at the far end.
All right, so I'm not trained in thievery and relieving pressure plates, but I got at least a little bit of.
You have to be trained to disable a device. So
Clearly.
I'm
All right.
trained. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone else is trained and wants
Well,
to try.
If Augie points it out, Snow and Azrael are capable of disabling it.
I'll say, I'll step to the side and I'll say, anybody gonna deal with that? Pointing at the pressure plate.
Unfortunately, yeah, that disabled device is one of the checks that requires you to be trained in thievery.
Yeah, I should
Do
my
make
game.
sure to do it.
do we set it off?
No.
No, nobody's gone in yet.
So Azrael and Snow attempt to disable the device, but yeah, you're having a really hard time trying to jam that floor tile so that it doesn't move when people step on it.
Is
And
there a rock or something heavy that I can just set on it and then like close the door real fast?
How big's the tile?
There's
Yeah.
plenty of rocks here and lots of rubble. You just chuck a big rock at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I want to like dump a bunch of rocks and then close the door really fast after I
Okay.
dump all the rocks on it.
So essentially, you're gonna have Briar throw something heavy at it to set it off.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not very strong. I'm gonna be like, here, Briar, just right there. Put those over there, and then I'll be ready to close the door.
Yeah, hand her a big rock. Chuck
How,
it.
how
Yeah.
big
Yeah, I'm
is
gonna be
this
like
tile?
examining the
step
hell
over
out of a piece on the door that's like nothing at all. Be like, sure.
Yeah, I
toss
like bring it
something
over.
in
She's
that
like,
general direction.
here, can you throw this? And you're like, what? Yeah, sure.
Can we step over this tile?
It's a little awkward since it's right by the door, but you probably could get around it. But you're able to tell that it's a mechanical trap, so Briar could likely trip it without much of an issue, and it won't like blow up on you.
All right.
Okay, I'll toss something at it.
All right, so you toss a rather large, heavy, probably 80-pound rock over there, and the ceiling kind of caves in a bit, creating difficult terrain in this area, but otherwise the trap is a one-shot only.
And the
with that, I
ceiling's
gotta go.
where that pressure trial was before.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so it doesn't, well, the plate was on the ground, the rocks fell from the ceiling.
Okay.
All right, so we can just kind of like walk through the rubble now.
Yes.
Yeah. And in each room we go in, I wanted to search for hidden hazards.
Yep. So Augie, I assume you're using detect magic. Javid, you're searching. Snow, Azrael, what are you doing as you're walking through the area?
Oh, I'm just looking for more traps.
All right.
Yep, I'll just detect magic and walk up to over the rubble.
All right. You don't hear anything on the other side of the door. And it's a normal wooden door.
Does it open away from me? So
Yes.
like the rubble's not in the way.
Yep.
All right, well, I open.
All right. The door to this chamber silently glides open to reveal a long room. Tombstone statues are present of priests standing on corners. This one and this one over here. And then in the center of the room, a statue of a man holding out both his hands, palms up. In front of the statue is a stone altar. And you can kind of see on it coins.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately roll an occultism check just to see if I can. This reminds me of any type of like weirdness of like you take the coins, the statue comes to life type thing.
Do I recognize these religious figures as related to the squid thing that we learned about?
So give me another religion check.
Gorzov.
So it is another god, a statue of another god, but this one is the god of wealth and civilization, Adbar. Or correction, Abdar.
Looking into
Did
the
I-
room, can I see if there are like these statues going to come to life and smack us or anything like that?
So you don't see any indications of drag marks on the floor, and none of the statues are holding any weapons.
Did I get any sense just from my general cult knowledge that taking this gold would be bad?
No.
Taking, taking. We give gold. I don't have any gold, but you give offerings. You don't steal offerings. That's bad.
I
Bad,
mean,
bad,
no,
bad.
I'm gonna take the gold. It's free gold.
The
So,
gods
yeah,
don't think so.
I'm gonna walk up and just take the gold and put it in our party
Okay.
fund.
So, as you step into the room, you hear a voice come from the statue. In my hands, I judge the value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. On one of these coins is a deception. Find it using 2 judgments and receive my blessing. You see 9 coins in the altar.
So I'm supposed to find the counterfeit coin.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a thief. I'm good at this.
Wait.
Yeah.
No,
Can I
this
use
is
thievery?
a logic puzzle. This is where you got to weigh them and find the bad coin in two weighings.
Yep. So
I'm just gonna say, do you think I'm an amateur, sir? And he's gonna look over, and I've got one of the monocles in, got scales out.
Your jeweler's loop.
Yep.
so
I don't remember how that one goes.
So it is a logic puzzle. 9 coins. One of the coins is lighter than the others. And you need to set the coins in the statue's hands, and whichever hand is worth more will raise up. So the coin that's fake is worth less than the others.
Okay,
So to start, if we put 4 in each hand, then if neither hand goes up, then the fake coin is the one that's left. And then if one of the hands goes up, then the fake coin is in those 4.
Yep, so for ease, we're going to number each coin 1 through 9, and you tell me which coin is in which hands, and then I'll be able to tell you what the hands do. And Azrael, do you still attempt to pocket the coins?
No, not. No, I stop when I hear the voice.
Okay.
In my head, and then I tell them.
No, it's out loud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'm just gonna go with Javid's plan because I feel like we should not take the fake coin. So, when Javid's like, "Oh yeah, I've done this before. This is how you do it," I'm like, "You seem like you've been around. You've probably done this before."
Thing is, I don't remember what the second step is.
You weigh 4 and 4, and they should be
Yeah,
equal.
So 4 and 4, and if they're equal, then the bad coin is the one that's left. If one of the hands goes up, then the fake coin is in that. And
well, no, the one that goes up is the one that's worth more. So if the one that goes up means it doesn't have the fake coin, so like if one goes up and the other doesn't, that means the fake coin is in the hand that doesn't go up.
Okay, I was thinking like a balanced scale.
Did the voice specify that it was heavier, or just it said it was different?
So he said that it was lighter, and that the one that doesn't, so the one that's worth more will go up, and the fake coin is worth less. So that means that if one hand goes up and one doesn't, the one that doesn't has the fake coin because it's worth less.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'd be equal.
He mentioned worth vice weight.
Sorry, yeah. So worth, and so the fake coin is worth less. So if you were to put 4 coins in one hand and 4 coins in the other hand, and one goes up, that means the fake coin is in the one that doesn't go up. Otherwise, neither hand would go up. So if we put coins 1 through 4 in the left hand,
what if we do,
and then 5 through 8.
What if we do 3 and 3 so we can narrow it down quicker? So we'll know either, because if we do 3 and 3, then we'll know that it is.
Yeah. You're right.
The hands will shift if it's in one of those 6, and if it doesn't shift, then it's in the other 3, and then we can just do 1 and 1 to rule out, to figure out which one of those it is. And then with the 3 and 3, we can do the same thing. It should require only 2 measurements.
That's the solution.
Yeah, because the 4 and 4 would require, because you do 1, 2, 3. It would require 3 measurements.
3
to do the 4 and the 4. Yeah, we could do 3 and 3. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't know why you guys are wasting time. I'm gonna pick up coin 7 and say this is a fake one right here.
No, I'm gonna shove you to the ground and tell you to listen to your betters.
Coin 7, you said?
Coin 7.
Nope. Ignore him. He's an idiot.
We're gonna jump on.
You hear a door open, a wall of stone over here.
All right, you guys have fun with your
that
puzzle.
doesn't mean it's right, so that could be death.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
take
I'm
a
gonna
little look. You
ignore-
guys finish your puzzle.
I'm gonna ignore snow and do the 3-3 plan.
All right.
Where-
and
where
the
was the-
coins from the altar, the coin that Snow held up and said this was the fake turns to lead, and the other coins are gold.
What the fuck?
1 in 9 chance.
Did you just guess randomly?
Are you
Yep.
fucking
Damn.
serious? Did you literally randomly guess right?
When in doubt, 7 out.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
man. Our
That's
lives were on the line here, you jackass.
Holy shit! You're like the luckiest man alive.
Oh
It's a 1 in 9 chance.
That's not a good percentage.
I really don't want to put my life on a 1 in 9 chance.
God no.
All right, so as you kind
Take
of
you back.
peer around this corner into the newly unveiled room, you see some light penetrating it from the left-hand side. Over here, these walls have cracked that light's coming through. And then you see a large chest on the far side of the room. And
what?
over here is a lever.
Does it look like the lever opens the chest?
No,
Nope.
the chest is already open.
Hold on. There's.
As they come up behind me, I'm gonna say I hear whispering.
Oh, all right. Yep.
So when we step up to the room, I want to check for traps here.
Are we supposed? Hold on, Gabe. I can see through this wall.
Yep.
Well, there's cracks.
It's a crack,
Peek
right?
through
Not
the-
like a full. Because I
Yep.
can
I'm gonna
kind of
pull the
see it
lever.
over here.
So you're able to see a kobold, and Snow, you can also see a kobold. That's just kind of standing there with his spear, standing there. He just kind of dozing
Like over
around.
here?
He doesn't hear you or anything.
Oh, I got it.
But yes, you
Um,
do hear some whispering, not from that kobold over there, but
So I'm like somewhere over around in the corners.
yeah, you hear whispers about the boss's plan and how she'll be angry if it if we're not able to something the town.
I'm gonna like have my ear against the crack, and I'm gonna be whispering this to Azrael and Augie.
When they talk about the boss's powerful friend, they refer to it as the boss's pet.
Pet. Interesting. Okay.
I think the boss has a kraken.
But we're not near water.
What?
At least
What are you
open
talk- what?
ocean water. I don't know. We should just kill it. I think we should just kill it.
We should go
Okay.
kill these kobolds after I do
Yep,
something.
agreed.
I'm gonna flip
Yep,
the
yep.
lever.
Okay.
What was in the chest? I didn't even hear that.
So the chest is open, and inside it you see several
Ooh.
you see a scroll, you see 3 gold pieces, 22 silver pieces, 214 copper pieces, and a decent size emerald.
Damn.
I'll take this.
I'm gonna
Oh.
take the emerald, and then the rest can go in the party
Why do you need the emerald?
because I can sell it for
Because
money.
he's a thief.
And
No, I think
motherfucking
it
1 in
should.
9 chance.
He does get
Whatever.
Yeah.
Give him that. So
I mean,
gonna
fine.
take a
I
look.
just won't heal you next
Augie,
time.
you can read the scroll, right?
I should be able to use like read scrolls or use magic item or whatever.
Yes, you're able to attempt to determine what the scroll is. So I added it to your consumables.
How long does it take me to?
It should be just an action. So go ahead and roll me a Arcana check.
Oh, damn it. Hey, I want to be one of those douchebag players and retroactively do something if that's cool. I would have sold this shield in town.
Okay.
Forgot I had that.
All right.
Wait, you don't
you
want to
got
use it or anything?
I'm a
you
bow
got
guy.
5 gold for the shield.
Sweet. How do you sell things?
Just delete it from your inventory and add 5 gold.
Okay. Because I
Right.
see that, like, under treasure on here, it has the option to sell things. But it's not in the backpack.
Can you move it to treasure from the backpack?
Let's find out. Oh god, it disappeared.
It moved to your armor.
Oh, there it is. No, it just allows me to equip it. I'll just delete it and put gold in.
Yeah, probably better.
All right. Yeah, I added 5 gold coins for you.
Shenko?
All right. And Augie, you're able to quickly identify it as a scroll of magic missile.
Nice.
Okay.
So you can cast it straight from the scroll instead of using one of your spell slots.
And that's an action or 2 actions to cast that?
1 to 3.
Yeah, it's up to 3.
Okay. Oh, it's depending on how many missiles you want, right?
Yep.
All right, Snow. And would you like to attempt to determine what that lever that you operated does?
Was
Can I
that not
check
for
to
the
see if
chest?
it's a trap?
No. The chest was already open.
Oh, then yeah.
Roll a crafting check for me.
Crafting. Where are you? There we are. Oh, bitch.
Yeah, you're actually you're not sure.
What about architecture lore?
This lever is from the
Okay,
Baroque
sure.
school.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
There we go. That's better.
All right. You seem to have determined that it's a mechanism for a trap. So you either activated or deactivated a trap in this room on the other side of the wall.
Well,
Would I be able to tell if what he's done has increased or decreased the hazard level
is there an on-off sign on it?
by doing a search for concealed hazards?
So you don't notice anything where you are. And you don't know anything as far as what's beyond the door in front of you. And
Did
then
we hear?
so you're not. Your crafting check wasn't enough to determine how the mechanisms worked and all that, but your knowledge of ancient ruins was enough to allow you to determine that this likely operates a mechanism in the other room.
Can I use my thievery skill to determine whether or not it turned on or turned off a trap? Because, I'm really good at, finding traps and understanding how traps work under my thievery tools, or under my thievery skill.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
Did we hear any change from the voices or the kobolds in the other room?
No, they're still grumbling, mostly complaining about Big Boss now. Yeah, you're not able to see how the mechanisms link to determine if it turns something on or off. But you can tell it's not for this room here.
I feel like this
50,
probably
you're
turned
pretty
it
lucky,
on.
right?
See, I'm only good with things that are greater than a 1 in 2 chance. It's 50, 50, 90.
I don't know. Does
No,
anyone else want to like give it a shot? Like there are
Well-
other people standing around in this room.
So I would say logically that it turned it on because there is still stuff in this chest. The kobold before wanted shiny things. There are shiny things in this chest, leading me to believe that nobody's been in this room. Nobody has died or gotten anything from the mechanism in the other room potentially. So I believe we just activated it.
So I don't know what I mean. Augie, you're smart, right? Like, can you look at this? I mean, yeah, no, seriously, you're kind of smart, right?
I can try to inference what may have happened. However, I'm not particularly well trained in traps. It did not come up in my collegiate schooling back at the academy.
I mean, that's some pretty bad schooling. They don't even teach you that.
A lot more book learning.
That's not useful at all.
You want
let
to
me
give
tell
it
you.
a shot, Augie?
I will attempt to discern.
All right, roll me a secret crafting check. All right, you think it turns off the trap.
I think the trap may have been deactivated. It is possible that the kobolds have a trap set against the door that they think is working to keep out intruders, and we have deactivated it. That is what I would assume.
I mean, I'm just saying I trust Augie more than Snow because I've traveled more with Snow and he's not a trustworthy guy. So I think we should just leave it alone.
Heard that.
We should,
I'm just
however...
saying, Snow, you are not trustworthy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like you and all, but you would totally kill me in my sleep. Let's be real.
What benefit would that give me?
Exactly. That's why
Yeah,
I'm still alive.
if it profited.
Yeah, exactly. If you were to benefit, you would definitely kill me, which is why I make sure to benefit to you.
And we're good.
Exactly. But I
You
still
can
don't trust
trust me
you.
to act in my best interest.
Exactly. Which is why I trust that Augie when he says that the trap is deactivated.
Are these cracks big enough to shoot through?
Unfortunately, no.
All right, well, let's go kill us some kobolds.
All right, so what you doing?
So it says there's a wall here that I keep trying to move through. Is there a door or something?
Yeah, there is a door, and it's dark.
Oh, can I open the door?
You could open the door.
All right, I open the
The
door.
question is, what's your light source? I see
I
that
thought
you have a
Augie-
torch. Yeah,
So,
Augie's
I mean,
light
yeah.
source doesn't cover the door because Augie's still in the vault.
I got
Augie,
my
get
torch.
over here. Do I have a torch lit? I thought
Right now, your
Snow's one.
character is indicating they have a torch lit, but do they
let
actually
me-
have a torch lit?
No, that's mine.
No.
My torch.
Yeah, I might have lit it when Snow was being slow.
All right. So,
How do I turn it
what is
off?
your marching order? Who's at the
I'm
door?
gonna push Augie forward
we've-
because
we've
he
ordered.
has the light. Can I push Augie through the door?
He's
After I
also
open it?
the one that is wearing cloth armor.
Does Snow
Yeah,
have a torch?
you and Briar should be the ones up front. You can cast
Yeah,
that
I got
with
it
the
I'm
here.
not actually wearing armor. I would like to point that out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass the
always
torch
gets
up
out
front.
there and
You
Fine,
actually
I-
are wearing leather armor.
Am I? I might
Yes.
have be. Oh yeah, that's right. This is Pathfinder. Sorry. Okay, fine.
But Javid, remember that you do have a two-handed sword on your back.
Yeah,
You're right. I have there. Okay. So I'm gonna stow my
which I'll
dagger
use
because
in appropriate circumstances.
So, all right.
When I run out of arrows.
So Briar disappeared, right? She went to the
No,
Feywild for
Briar's
a
at
little
the
bit.
door right now.
Okay, fine. Well, I will hold the try, push Briar forward.
Okay,
I
so
will stow
Briar's
my
gonna
dagger.
open the door.
Yeah. Because she's really strong.
All right. So as she
Azrael
opens
shoves
the
Briar
door,
forward.
you see
Well, to be fair, I nudge her and she walks forward because she
you
got it.
see a torch. A torch at the
Okay.
far end of the room that kind of
Okay.
provides light.
I'll walk in, I guess. Do I see anything? Like if I just kind of look around?
All right. So you don't. However, you hear mech 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 mech. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
So you people in back can move up if you want, and then we'll roll for initiative. Let me select everyone and activate the combat
okay.
state.
I didn't say, yeah, my initiative dice is
Yeah, it's not working.
All right, y'all should be able to roll for initiative now.
Yep.
Man, what the hell, Snow? I still can't believe you're just like 7.
yeah, that'll be the highlight of this encounter.
All right.
It's all right. I was adequately compensated.
All right, so Azrael, you hear the kobolds, but you can't quite see them yet due to your lack of dark vision. And out of the darkness, a spear comes chucking at you. And you are hit. And you take 3 damage.
All right.
And then you see a kobold come out of the shadows. And immediately, as soon as... Wait, actually, can you see him? No, you can't.
No, I can't.
I have my torch on.
He's
Yeah, but
with
there's
the
too far
torch.
back.
There's a
Yeah.
pillar blocking it. You hear a mechanism grinding, and you see from this western wall over here, a spear gets chucked out.
Interesting. Do I hear the kobold though? Like I might not be able to see him, but do I hear him like behind the pillar doing stuff?
I'm immediately
can I
gonna
point
yell,
out
doing
say-
some
stay off
math.
those tiles. I'm just gonna yell out, stay off the tiles that are different.
You
There's
hear
different tiles.
a kobold scream out in pain,
Like these ones.
really, really bad pain, and
Oh.
yeah.
Whoa,
I'm just
that's
gonna say,
weird.
trap is activated. Do not step on those. There are pressure plates out there.
I would be like, Augie, you were wrong.
I apologize.
I told you, we activated it.
Not an expert.
You know, we could just dance around and let them kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't see any reason to be running in here. We can run back after a little bit.
Ouch.
All right. There we go. Okay. It's Briar's turn. She'll rage. And then you told her not to step on these tiles in front of her?
She can't fly in this game, can she?
No. So did you tell her not to step on the tiles over here?
Yeah.
All right, so she can't currently see anything, so she'll just kind of stand by. Javid, your turn.
Well, I can't see anything either.
How do you see the Q that was at the top?
You gotta click
Saw
on
that
the
earlier.
encounter tab. The queue's not showing up for me either, but
It probably didn't get updated,
Oh.
so it's probably broken.
But
Move
if you
in the
click on the encounter
ways.
tab, you can see it.
And
Oh, combat carousel. There it is.
10, 20.
No, Javid. Don't step on those tiles.
Somebody's got to.
too late, he's dead.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, Javid
So
doesn't
you
look-
step on the tile. Snow says, "No, Javid, don't," and you don't feel anything happen, Javid.
All
Oh
right,
no,
so that was
Javid, don't go over there.
movement. Can I use my search ability to spot the dangerous tiles and point them out to people?
Certainly. Go ahead and seek.
All right. So I do a seek.
All right. So you can kind of see that all the tiles in this kind of special pattern seem to be somewhat sensitive to touch, but you stepping on it isn't really doing anything.
So they're all sensitive, but
So since I'm trained in Thief, would I be able to put two and two together that it might be based on something else?
That the trap shot and it's gonna take some time to reset.
Got it. All right, we have a limited amount of time.
all right. Well,
You do see a dead kobold over here.
sort of in the shadows.
Yeah, impaled by a spear.
All right.
I mean, wouldn't we have seen the spear shoot out? Right, me and Briar at the time.
We saw it. We just heard the kobold go down, though. We didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did see the spear actually leave the side of the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was right in front of us.
All right. Not being able to see anything, or any threats, and for fear that the things might reset.
So you're able to sense that there's threats there. You can hear them, but you can't see them.
So I can designate prey if I can hear them. If I can hear the prey.
Are you sure?
That's what it says.
That's not okay.
You must be able to see or hear the prey.
Okay.
So sounds like there's one over here.
Yes.
I'm going to designate that spot as prey. And then, not trusting that the traps won't reset, I'm going to move out of the middle of the room. Over to here.
Okay.
So yes, that's it.
Right. Snow, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop my bow or lean it against this pillar and light my torch. And pick up my bow. So you said lighting a torch is one action, correct? Or is it two?
So did you start with your bow ready in a combat stance?
Yes.
All right.
So it would
So
be
one
two actions.
action to put away your bow.
Well, dropping it, leaning it is a free action, right?
So you wanted to just drop it entirely?
Yeah, like against the pillar.
Okay, so you put it down, free action, pulled out a torch, pulled out the flint and steel in an action to light it.
So is that three actions?
That would be three actions.
Okay.
I'll actually give you two, because I'll say you've done this enough that you just keep your flint and steel readily available on your person, vice in like a bag or something. So if you want to pick your bow back up, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it back up and that'll be it.
Okay, so you have your bow in one hand?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Snow, you see a kobold kind of come out of the darkness.
Yeah, there's one
And
right over
he
there.
chucks a spear at you. And misses.
I'm just gonna blow a raspberry at him.
And then he hides behind the
Lovely.
pillar. All right, Augie, it's your turn.
All right. I'm moving, or I'm striding, so 5 feet forward. 5. I'll step out onto the platform thing. Oops.
All right, so you see the kind of end of the kobold there that chucked the spear at us, Snow.
All right.
He seems surprised to see you.
I'm gonna hit him with Chill Touch. He needs to make a Fortitude save. Nice.
He critically fails. So he'll take twice the damage. And he dies.
I pop out and I go, gotcha! And he just freezes to death.
Tag, you're it.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Oh, I didn't want to play anymore.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a larger kobold than the other warriors you faced before. Seems to be fiddling with traps. All right, Azriel, your turn.
So I'd like to do kind of recall knowledge. I'm pretty experienced with traps. How long do I think it will take this trap to reset? So I'm going to do a thievery check to try to recall that knowledge.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm stupid. So
Alright.
I'm guessing 11 tells me nothing.
Yeah, you're not able to determine.
Alright, well, then I'll try to move on the other side of Javid. I'm not going to see anything, so I'm just going to move over here to try to see more.
Okay. So you would be one square over to the left.
There. Right there?
All right. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see anything, so I moved
you
twice.
kind
don't
of
see
do.
anything.
You kind of see the kind of tail end of a kobold illuminated by Augie's torch.
Alright. Well, that's my 2 movements, so I'm kind of like no one else can see me, I guess. So I'm way out. But that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Augie, you see the kobold lay a trap.
And then it's like no longer visible, or like is it very obvious? Should I yell it to other people? Is that what you mean?
Well, you see the kobold kind of cover it up so that if you weren't actually just looking at the kobold do it, you wouldn't necessarily
What?
see it. So like Azriel, because she can't see anything, won't have any idea that they're there. And
So
as an
maybe you
action
should
on your
warn me.
turn, you can point out that there's traps. Or you could just yell as a free action, there's traps. But they wouldn't know where they're at unless you spent an action to kind of say right there.
Okay.
Got a trap right there, right there.
So on my
All
turn,
right.
I'll warn people.
So it's Briar's turn. She's gonna use a sudden charge. And she can barely see this kobold, so she has to make a roll against its concealment. Well, doesn't matter, it was a miss anyway. Okay. And she'll attempt a second swing. All Alright, and that's the end of her turn. Javid, it's your turn.
Okay. Not being able to see anything and not trusting. Would I be able to? I've done this right to kind of tell if and whether the spike trap has reset.
You could attempt a thievery check, but since you're not trained, it's gonna be more difficult for you.
And let me see if I can at least get to the point of being able to spot.
You can see the tail end of that kobold. So it would have concealment, so you would have to make a flat check. If you're to see if your attack would be able to hit.
All right. So let me. See if I can shoot it.
Okay, so you move, cast gravity weapon, and now you're attempting to shoot.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. Make sure that you're targeting the creature first.
And targeting.
All right. You miss.
And so much miss.
All right. So Snow, it's your turn.
All right. And take a step up. Still can't see the kobold. When you toss the torch into the middle of the room so that it'll light up everything. And then I'm going to double hand my bow and step out. And that should be my 3.
All right. Move, toss torch, double hand bow. Yep. All right. Augie, your turn.
Can I see the kobold from behind my statue, like, enough to cast a spell?
Yes. It does not have cover against you.
But spells that require only them to make a wisdom saving throw, cover doesn't affect that, does it?
Correct. You're good.
Alright. Do you guys want me to cast magic missile at this creature?
I mean, I think magic missile's the best. It's not gonna miss.
Alright, I'll use all 3 of my actions. And I will blah, 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 blah.
All right. Roll the damage 3 times. Are you casting from the scroll or from your normal spell reserve?
Normal spell.
Okay. All right, so you see the 3 darts of energy hit the kobold, and it just takes all 3 hits. Based on what you've seen from the constitution of the other kobolds, they would have been down from that type of barrage, but this one only looks injured. All right, Azrael, it's your turn.
Well, so seeing the kobold just not go down at all, that's a little scary. So I'm gonna move over, and I'm gonna try to kill it.
Are you
so I'm
gonna move into flanking?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go. I can. Yeah, I did just move it. So I flank with Briar, and so I have just enough. So I'm gonna twin strike. So I'm gonna strike it with my rapier and then my dagger, which are both out at this point. Do both of those hit?
Yes, they do. Did you roll the rapier first?
Yes, I did. I thought I did.
Mhm.
Did it not look like it?
No, I'm just trying to make sure you got the right map for him.
Yeah, so it should have been the rapier and then the dagger, which would have basically just made the dagger a -1 rather than the -4.
All right,
Based off of
roll
my
an
twin
additional
striking.
2d6 for your sneak attack.
There you go. So additional 10 on top of that.
All right, so you stab the kobold with your rapier, and it looks at you, and it's angry, and then you follow up with your dagger, and you stab it in a squishy bit, and it goes down. This is the first enemy to survive the first strike into the second.
Wow, that must have been really strong. And I've never actually killed anyone with my dagger before. That's so cool. I'm like staring at my dagger while I'm having the conversation.
You threw a
Like,
dagger at a kobold and killed it.
true, but this is the first time I've done it with my twin strike. Like, wow, you must have been
Are
really strong
we
as I'm talking.
are we out of initiative?
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna go turn this thing off before one of us accidentally gets killed. And I'm
Yes,
gonna
That's a
go
good
grab the lever.
idea. Good idea, Snow. I trust you
All
more
right.
now.
Augie, do you point out the traps to the party?
I thought I only saw the one that's across the stairs. That Briar's already standing on it.
No, Briar's in, coincidentally enough, the only safe square.
Oh, then I'll walk over and I say, "There's a trap over here, so watch out." It was put down here by this little fellow, and I nudged the trap master with my foot. Actually, you know what's a great idea?
Okay.
And I'm gonna lift up its body and I'm just gonna toss it onto its own trap.
I'm gonna flip the lever.
All right. You hear a groan, and the lever is repositioned.
So what happens to the kobold corpse though? I'm very interested.
Snaps up
jaws.
like a bear trap.
Ah, okay.
like how petty my dogs are. Neither one of them like celery, but I just gave them each a piece, and they're both eating it to prevent the other one from getting it.
I mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
They want to show who's more important
All
to
right,
you.
and Javid, you're able to notice that right here there's a trap.
All right.
Can you throw another corpse on it? There's lots of corpses around.
Sure is. There's a corpse right here.
Well, that corpse
Well, he's in the
corpse
bear
is showing another trap. Yeah,
Just-
why don't you try a
I'm
different
gonna go half
corpse?
of this guy. What about this one?
One.
I'm gonna pick him up over my head.
The trap master who's already in one trap into the other trap, so he's like double bear.
But don't you have to like finagle him out of the other trap?
Yeah,
That seems
we-
like
we
a
heard you
lot of
like
work. There's
traps,
lots of
so-
corpses that are in traps.
He loves traps. He wants the other one too. Give it to him.
So he is kind of locked into place in that square based on the trap. So you'll have to like undo the trap, pick up his kind of mangled
sounds like too
body,
much
and
trouble.
throw him in the
I'm
other
gonna get
one.
the frozen
That's a
one.
lot of work. Just pick up one of the other corpses.
Yeah, this
Which
guy's
one
close.
hit us? Yeah, throw that one. Throw that one in there.
I'm gonna pick up my torch and like grab this other kobold and drag him over. And we got another one.
All right, so you
Oh.
throw him over there, and the trap goes off.
Just like to point out how strong I am. I yeeted that guy 20 feet.
You're very strong, Snow.
All right, so
Most impressive.
Azrael has minor injuries. On these two, on the Kobold Trap Master, you notice that it's wearing a weird kind of piece of jewelry. It's a simple copper chain with a cracked piece of a large eggshell. The shell is ivory in color and has strange green veins running through it. It's about 3 inches across, but based on the curvature of the shell, this egg would be massive, like at least 2 feet wide.
Damn. So, can I try to take the jewelry off? Like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's pretty. I want that.
Yeah, you can take it.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm probably gonna have to jump off semi soon.
That's all right. It's like we've been playing for like 4 hours now, so.
All right. So
I mean,
that
is there-
concludes the first level.
I say, is there a good
Do we-
stopping point
do-
soon, or
Yeah. Do we level up after this? If we
No.
were to play again, I think next. No.
he said it
Or
was
are
the
we-
end of the first level.
Yeah, I heard
I
first
heard it.
level, and then I assumed that next level was second level.
Yes, you go to the second level where you earn second level.
So wait, so on the
No,
so
but the second
next
level is down,
Sunday-
so you have to go down
Yeah,
the level.
there's a set of stairs over here.
So next Sunday, are we playing Pathfinder or are we playing D&D?
Should be more path. We're gonna
More Pathfinder.
finish this before we go to the regular.
Is Sasha gonna play at all? I thought you had a character for her.
She made
What?
one,
No.
but if we have a full party of people who are trying to learn Pathfinder, then we'll stick with just the party.
I will say that Haley is very interested in joining if we do get any openings, because her D&D group is very finicky.
So, I mean, like Trey and Reagan have been kind of not playing. Like now we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 players. We could definitely have another player. I mean, Lindell, unless you disagree, but I think 5 to 6. Like we could definitely have 2 more if Trey and Reagan decide that
Well,
they
don't
would
forget
rather
about
have
Emily.
real
Emily
friends.
shows up.
Yeah,
Okay,
6 is
so
fine.
Okay.
6 is okay.
So what?
7 is
1,
definitely
2,
too
3, 4. Okay, so
7
what?
is
Haley
right out.
I mean, one of them could play, right?
Maybe.
And But what do you mean maybe? Do you not like Haley? Do you have problems with Haley?
No, I like Haley.
She does think you hate her. By the
Yeah,
way.
I mean seriously, you literally never invite her to your D&D games, even though she lives in the house with a player of yours.
All right.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
not the
I would
only
like to
person
point
who's not
out.
invited who lives in the house with a player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean
Mom was
that's kind
invited.
of offensive,
She
right?
showed up to D&D, and then she said, "I don't understand this," and so she left.
Anyways, I would like to point out, if anyone is in Kitsap County, we actually have like a suite. So we have, I guess, bedroom and bathroom that are downstairs. So we technically live upstairs. Our kitchen is and dining room are downstairs, but there's also a guest bedroom and bathroom. So if anyone will be in Kitsap County, Liam, and might be interested in having a place to stay, I would like to point that out.
All right. We'll see. I will
Where
see
is
you guys
that at?
next weekend. I hope everyone has fun over Thanksgiving.
Banger, basically. So we live in
Yeah.
Paulsbo. Bangers in Silverdale. It's Kitsap County, basically.
Gotcha.
So
'cause-
basically, on the other side of the sound. So if you're in Seattle, west of the sound, you can literally take a ferry to Bainbridge, and then we live in Paulsbo.
Gotcha.
So,
I
Also,
think this is the
if
right
you're
place.
in the area, Chris, let me know.
So Haley just applied for a position, and I think it's Chehalis. I could be wrong. It's like an hour or
Where
two.
is that?
It's south of Olympia.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I know what that is.
I
That's
think that's
that's
the
not
one.
too far from us. That's about an hour. So if you're,
Not
you
that
said south, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay, so
I judge of where she has been looking based on where she sends me Zillow properties.
alright, so let me.
Though I don't know if we're actually gonna get a place there because the house we were looking at's kind of in a flood zone.
Jahalis is an hour or 100 miles away.
Oh, that's nothing.
It's south of Tacoma, so it's about an hour and a half from us, I think, because Tacoma is about 40 minutes from us. That's where Lindell's parents live. It's pretty. Yeah, that's kind of far, but we could still see each other.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys had fun.
I
Alright,
really
is
like
that, is
Pathfinder.
that I don't care about
Enjoy-
seeing you ever
Enjoy time with
bring it
family
up
if you
again,
have to do it
or
with family.
Yeah, it's in Chehalis.